Hello fellas, Enlightening Meat here. So today we are going to be buying the Dominator 3 for storm chasing. So let's get to it. So this is how much it's going to cost, exactly 1 million OUTBRKs. It's crazy. So we're going to go down here and holy smokes. Jeez. Massive tanker. Okay. So I have not searched anything about this, so I don't know what's gonna have, but I'm very certain that it's gonna have a deployment lockdown mechanism for this, so let's go buy this massive tanker. Okay, so now let me see if there's anything else. Can I customize it or can I not? Let me check this out. Oh, I guess you can't customize it because it's already... Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. Alright, so now we're not gonna do public matches because for some reason every time I'm in a lobby with some random players, they'll always be like, can I ride with the Dom? I'm like, oh my gosh, like seriously fellas, it's not that hard to chase twisters in this game. It's not that hard. Anyway, enough of me about that. We're going to go do game mode and try this out. So I'll get back to you guys a bit later for this. Okay, so here we are. The setup looks okay. I think this could work for me. But since I'm going to be testing out the Dominator 3, I don't know what's going to have, so let's get in here and holy smokes. God damn, this is a massive gunner. Okay. Alright, so let's start this up. Alright, so what does it have? LED lights. Let's see here. Has anchor. Okay. What does LED lights do? Ah, okay. That's what that does. Okay, so... Ooh, this thing accelerates much faster than the than one of the two vehicles I own. So, yeah, I do want to point out that I don't own a lot of the vehicles. I only own, like, you know, the base vehicle, which is the sedan type, and the SUV type of model, but I don't own the other ones. But I've been grinding my butt off just to like get as many intercept probes, just to get as many OUTBRKs as possible to buy this. Ooh, holy smokes. If you guys hear me click my keys, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm actually just like kind of like just playing by the law, even though you can just go on about like 170 to 180 miles per hour on the road. I'm gonna get back to you guys in a moment once I get to this one area that I want to be in, so I'll get back to you guys in a moment. Okay, so here we are. I actually did test out the feature, and I'll give you guys a brief deployment test. I gotta warn you guys though that, oh my gosh, you guys can't hear that, and then on deploying, yeah, You can kind of hear that pop of it. That's when the undeploying is finished, which that is kind of slow. I thought it'd be a lot faster than that. And while I was trying to drive down here, fellas, I realized that I would say, compare from using a sedan vehicle to SUV vehicle, I can't go as fast as I wanted, which obviously this thing is a heavy tanker vehicle, so it's supposed to withstand high speed winds, but I didn't think it was gonna go that slow. I mean, that's not that slow. Like my max is like I would say 175 on the road on the highway, so it's like that. That's kind of slower than a sedan and an SUV. But I do want to try something out. I do want to calculate where things are gonna go. This is a pretty good tornado here. I'm wondering if I have to go. Oh, looks like, yep, I'm gonna have to go a little bit more south, because the way I can tell it's still going to the left of me, or kind of go more south. So keep an eye on the. Yep, here goes. It's close enough. I'm gonna go just a little bit more, just a little bit more. I believe I can deploy a probe. I think I can. I might miss this one. I might. Oh snap! I didn't know this bad off-roading. Okay, guess we're deploying. Okay, here comes the first tornado. I was a little bit kind of further up north, but still got the intercept. Wow. Goodness gracious. And it's already turned to a stovepipe. Wow. Alright. Now we are going to unanchor that. I'm going to get out of the vehicle. Grab the probe. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was going to be that bad of off-roading when you're trying to do it. Okay. I did not expect that, so yeah, off-roading, you're going to be really slow. Like, your max is going to be like 15, I believe, but it could be a little higher. Alright. I don't recognize which pattern this is. There's a couple patterns I do recognize when I was doing some other chasing, but this one I don't recognize. Oh wait, I think I remember this one. Oh, I think I remember this one. So this is the one where I almost got pulled off, but I still survived this. So it kind of pulled me in a lot more violently, and then all of a sudden I got hit near the gas station. I didn't crash, but I think I might be screwed. Oh, okay. Yep. As soon as I said that, I got pulled in the last second. I'm thinking it might have been the. I can't tell if it was the influence, the inflojet, or could have been RFD for flowing down draft. So I don't know which one it was. That was not supposed to happen. I don't know if that's a bug within the early access game for this, but man, I thought I was screwed. I thought I was screwed. So yeah, that wasn't really a direct intercept on the center, but you know what, just look at our data. I know there's supposed to be another one here. Yeah. I'll come back to you guys on this next one here. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another one kind of down. My pinpointer is somewhere on here, so I don't know. I'll get back to you guys on that one. Okay, so yep, just as I suspected from this pattern, this is gonna go off, so I need to start hitting up this road here, and I gotta take this dirt road because it's not one of my favorite roads I want to play with. This is one of the patterns I kind of remember though, because sometimes other patterns you might see on the storm kind of do something similar, but they'll have different paths. Take a look at this real quick. Yep. I think I could actually get an intercept if I'm fast enough to get to this one spot, but this vehicle's like so heavy and my speed's okay, but I think I might be able to manage to get through. Holy smokes. I might be able to do it though. Could do it. We're gonna test it out, see what happens. I just want to get ahead of this thing this quickly, and then I'll stop here, check the path a little bit. I might be in the path of it though, because it's not moving left or right from my side. But these things can be unpredictable, so I can't tell. This thing's really slow too. I keep thinking like every time I stay here and watch come towards me, I feel it's just gonna make a last moment ditch, like hit off to like swerve off to the left or the right. Just something I don't like about this. But with this going on, I might be in perfect position. So deploy now. I keep thinking this is gonna do like a last moment, like just a quick moment of like swerving off from my position, then start going off. I go back in my vehicle, start doing this, anchoring. With my probe in the way, we're gonna see what happens. So I think I might be in perfect position. I might be. Oh gosh, it's starting to increase size. It might swerve a little bit. It might. Something I don't like about this. Yep. Just like I expected, the moment it was gonna get close enough, it was gonna swerve the last second here. .234. That's not bad. I like how they actually did the clear back of this, and that's actually really clean to tell where you're going, except for these little designs. But we're gonna undeploy. Do this. But that was kind of nice. Not a direct hit, but we're close, but it swerved off the last second. I don't know what's going on. I might get one more if I can go to the Oh, actually, I think I know where this path is gonna go. Just speculating where it's gonna head off to, so I'll get back to you guys on this next destination point. Okay, kinda intercepting though. I might be in direct hit, but I think it might swerve off a little bit more north. Oh, just to say that. It's swerving off more. I thought it was gonna be a direct hit, but man, so much for all that. But what a goddamn massive stovepipe. If I would have known, I would have had it more. Yeah, I should have went up a bit further. I should have just listened to my own advice. But no matter. I'm going to undeploy. Okay, I did not see this coming. And there it goes, crossing the river in front of me. I don't know if this is gonna decrease in size. I might do it. Oh snap! I didn't realize that the. Oh my gosh! I didn't realize it's gonna be that bad on fuel capacity. Man, I didn't realize fuel efficiency was such a bad factor for this vehicle. I didn't know. I'm gonna head up northeast. Oh wait, first I need to check the visual on this twister because I don't know where it's going. Yep, just as I suspected. And oh, I think I know what this pattern is. This one's gonna die out. So yeah, this is gonna fade out. I know what it is. Well, I can just end the chase here, so I'm gonna head to the gas station and see how I did. So I'll get back to you guys on that one. Alright, so we are back at the gas station, and I already knew that. Yep, it's gone. I don't see the twister anymore, even though we're in the core, but I know it's not there anymore. So let's end the chase. So we did about 5. Interesting. Alright, so here we are back to the main menu, folks. So I'll give you guys my honest overall thoughts of using Dominator 3. There are pros and cons to this vehicle. There's one thing to be aware of. And I'll get to the cons a bit later, but right now we'll stick with the positive side. One thing that's great, and I actually do love this idea, is that you can off-road slightly faster than most vehicles. Most vehicles. There's just one vehicle that's actually the fastest, but it cannot intercept, is the Hammerhead vehicle. That one in particular, I always see people use that, and that vehicle always beats me to the path of the Tornado, but I still have time to get there. Anyway, that's one thing that's great about the vehicle, is they can off-road a lot faster than most. But Hammerhead, still faster, but it can't intercept. The second thing I do enjoy with this vehicle is that you can actually intercept, fully lock down, deploy your vehicle in the path with your deployment. So you don't have to like get in the path, get your probe receiver down, and then get back in the vehicle and drive back away or forward. I don't care how you do it. But yeah, so you don't have to get like, I have to deploy and then get out. Like, you don't have to deal with that. So that's the second thing. But I think that's it for the positives. I can't see anything else that are pros, but there are um, a bit more cons that I would expect. So the thing I do want to point out is that the top speed for this vehicle, and this might sound very controversial to many of you, but 170 is the max you can like drive up to, but if you're going downhill, you can move up to 175 or 176. I can't remember, but it's somewhere around those points. But that's the highest speeds you can get for Dominator 3. And I get it though, it's a heavy vehicle and it's not going to be the fastest out of every vehicle you tested, but that's how fast you can go. 170 is the max for this vehicle. The second thing that is really smart about how you use this. So for the deployment, you have to be sure that you're not moving. You don't have any speed left. You have to be sure that you're absolutely on zero to make the deployment anchor. You have to do that. Otherwise, you just can't do anything. But that's the second con thing. Got to be really mindful when you do intercepts like this. Number 3 is actually something that I was not expecting. This was that, oh man, I can't believe that this really sucks though, and I really wish the developers would have thought this because it's just not possible to do. It doesn't happen in real life. I could be wrong on this, but for some reason that when you are in a crowded area with trees, like very thick trees or even taller pine trees, for some reason, when you're in the deployment in the path of tornado, even when you're locked down, anchored, for some reason that the trees can actually pin you out. They can yank you out of the position. And I actually experienced this like twice. I'm like, damn, that's really unfortunate. You can't really hang on. Like, even if you're locked down, those tree branches, those even bigger loft trees, they're going to get yanked up in the air, but they're going to hit you pretty hard. And that does come from vehicle damage too. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what else to say for that, but I don't think that's not possible for a vehicle to do, or for Dominator 3, because I know it can hang down, but I don't think it can do that. But that's the third con that I do want you guys to be aware of, that don't intercept in an area full of trees, because they can yank you out if they're flying around to hit you back. But like I said, it does give you vehicle damage if you get flung out. Be like, damn, you just got yanked out even though you were anchored to the ground. But it doesn't matter because the trees got you out of there no matter what. The last piece I do want to point out that, oh man, I don't know why they don't have this, but for some reason that this thing is supposed to collect data. I don't know why it does not do that. I feel like I totally get why they don't have this feature, and this is still early access. I totally get it. This game is still early access, but for Dominator 3, it's supposed to have its own separate tornado data as you're in the tornado. It's supposed to be, but I don't get why they don't have that. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that you cannot get tornado data on your ammonometer, whatever. Can't really speak that little whatever instrument that crap is called. It's dyslexia these days. But anyway, you can't really intercept and then get a separate tornado data from your own vehicle itself instead of the probe receiver that you manually deploy on the ground. You can't get that. I don't know why you can't, but I wish that was in there. But maybe in a future development update that they will have that, but we may never know. Oh, also, one last con that it's kind of unfortunate, and I totally get this. I don't see many people talking about this, but Dominator 3 does have rockets on the top of the vehicle, but you don't use them. It's just for cosmetics. That's kind of a bit unfortunate, but I wish you can use them to get, a couple more data sets to get what you need. I wish you can, but maybe they just, I believe the developers did that intentionally just not to break the game to have a disadvantage. Like, darn, I'm better using, an SUV vehicle instead of this damn heavy tanker. So, I totally get why, but you guys cannot use the rockets on the top of the vehicle. You can't. And you obviously cannot, like I said from the previous con, you cannot, deploy and get a separate, data from your own vehicle that has the anemometer on it. So that's one thing I do want to point out. But the rockets are for cosmetics. They don't really do anything special. I mean, it looks cool, but you don't really do anything with it. That's it. I pretty much have said everything at this point. If you guys really want to buy Dominator 3, I mean, go ahead, but you're not really going to get much using the rockets. You're not really going to get a separate tornado data from your own vehicle because for some reason that feature does not exist, even though in real life you're supposed to get tornado data, but I understand why the developers don't want to kind of make the balance of the game a bit, pretty much like, darn, that feels really unfair. Be like, I can't get extra data when I'm dealing with one vehicle that can't do that. Anyway, hopefully you guys found this very informative for me. I still enjoy Dominator 3. Sometimes I still use the other vehicle, which is the Magnitude vehicle. Sometimes I still use that, but either way, I'll switch from back to back if I want to use Dominator 3 or use the Magnitude SUV vehicle to kind of, do my ordinary fast-paced back-to-back probe intercepts. Overall, it's okay. I get it. It's awesome, but there's still a lot of things to work on, and I really, really hope that the developer would have some considerations on doing upgrades for this vehicle for additional intercepts, additional data, things like that. That'll be all for today, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed my review for Dominator 3. I'll see you chasers. The next chase, whatever. Never stop chasing, folks. I'll see you guys on the next one.